Hello guys. Today we will talk about Active Directory. Like, what is Active Directory? Some background check of Active Directory working. And how to install Active Directory on a Windows Server 2019. Let's start the journey. What is Windows Server Active Directory? First we see what is the primary function of Active Directory. Its primary function is to authenticate and authorize users and computers in a Microsoft Windows domain. Now, before Active Directory domain services, Microsoft used a technology known as Windows NT Directory Services, where NT means new technology. Let's talk about NT design. This design is known as master-slave design, where a single master primary domain controller had a SAM database, a read-write copy of the database. SAM actually is a Security Accounts Manager, SAM, which is a critical component of Microsoft Windows that stores user account credentials, including usernames and hashed passwords. Also, there are multiple slave servers or backup domain controller, which only had a read-only copy of the SAM database. So we need some changes in the database. It has to be performed only in the master server, PDC. And the changes will be reflected in slave servers. Now, what's new in Active Directory design? There is no master-slave design. There will be multiple primary domain controller and they all had a AD database, a read-write copy of the database. So we need some changes in the database. You can perform it on any server and all data get replicated to another server automatically. Now, steps to install Active Directory. Firstly, install an ADDS role. Secondly, promote the server to a domain controller. Let's do some live practice. Before login to server, make sure you should be an administrator. On startup, you now see a Server Manager screen. You can stop Server Manager to open on startup. For this, go to Manage and then to Server Manager Properties. Check this box and click OK. Before install ADDS role, set the static IP address of the server. For this, go to Local Server and click on this option. Double-click on Ethernet. Then go to Properties. Make sure uncheck IPv6. And then double-click on IPv4. Select Use the following IP address. Now give it a IP address of your choice. Subnet mask. And DNS server IP address will be same as your above server IP address. Click OK and again OK and close. Close the box and refresh the server. You can now see you give an IP address. Now click on Dashboard and then on Add Role and Features. Now click Next. Again click Next. Again Next. Now select Active Directory Domain Services role and add features. Now click Next. Again Next. Next again. Now click on Install. And wait for the installation to be finished. I have fast-forwarded the progress. Now close this box. Now click on this yellow exclamation sign. And click this option. You got a new box? As we promote our server to a domain controller. However, this is our first server. It should be our root forest domain also. We choose third option to create a new forest. Give it a name as per your domain choice. Click Next. Now don't change all these options. Like forest functional level, domain functional level, global catalog, DNS server, RODC server. Just type DSRM password. confirm it and click Next. You got a new box? Just click Next. Again click Next. Again Next. Now all prerequisites were completed. Let's click Install now to install Domain Controller. Now server will restart. You can now close it. And again close it. Now you will see your domain name. Log in with same credentials. Now go to Server Manager. Here you can see on the left side, ADDS and DNS is installed. Now click on Tools and we see Active Directory Users and Computers, and second is DNS. To manage users and computers, we use Active Directory Users and Computer. Let's open it. Here when you expand your domain, you will see many containers, which actually hold built-in users and groups, and also a domain controller computer. Now go to second tool, that is DNS. Here we see some zones like forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. In forward zone we see our domain and it stored some records. That is the end of the video, and that all about installing ADDS as well as DNS roles. Stay tuned for the next video on how to manage users and computers. And yes, if you don't watch my first video, Introduction to Servers, just go to descriptions or click here in the top right corner. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel.